That's it. Now, time to join our colleagues across the nations and regions for all the news where you are. Have a very good night.
Soggy.
Nosratha, good evening. The mother of an Aberystwyth student who died days after telling the university's wellbeing service that he was experiencing suicidal thoughts, says more needs to be done to ensure people get the mental health support they need when in crisis. Charlie McLeod from Winchester took his own life in February. The university said it had been in touch with Charlie throughout the year. His mother is calling for change. Megan Davis reports.
I just miss everything about him. His gentleness, his kindness. And he was just, fun to be around.
Charlie McLeod was 25 years old when he took his own life in his second year of university. His mother, Emma, says more needs to be done to ensure students get the help they need in a mental health crisis.
I just had this overwhelming sense of something wasn't right. My gut instinct was just saying, right, but that day I had lots of appointments for my other son. So I called Charlie's father and I said, can you please get in contact with the university? Something's not right, doesn't feel right. And he called the university late afternoon, and then an hour later, Charlie was found.
In the days before Charlie's death, he attended a counselling session with the Wellbeing Service at Aberystwyth University.
I am aware that he disclosed his suicidal ideation and that he had been to the hospital after having an attempt. I feel a lot more should have been done, a lot more communication, sharing of information. I mean, if they just contacted home or even a professional mental health, then, it could have been a different outcome.
Aberystwyth University says acting on feedback from their students is very important, and they're continuously reviewing their processes and practices. For Emma, the Charlie Asked for Help campaign is a source of comfort.
If Charlie's story can bring hope for the future, then I'm just extremely proud to be his mum. If I allow the grief to come in fully, then it's extremely, overpowering. But it's just little steps. That's all we could do as a family, is just talk about Charlie, remember him. But he's going to be, very missed, and life will never be the same.
As Emma and her family come to terms with the loss of Charlie, they say they hope that sharing their story will prevent other people from experiencing the same incredible pain.
And if you've been affected by any of the issues raised here, there's support on the BBC Action Line website. The A5 road has reopened tonight after a collision between a car and a motorbike in Conwy County had closed the road for several hours. The emergency services were called to the incident in Pentref near the Ysbyty Ifan turnoff earlier. The Welsh Ambulance Service says 2 casualties were airlifted to hospital in Stoke-on-Trent. Celebrations continue for newly promoted Wrexham as the city prepares for the team's victory parade tomorrow on an open-top bus. The club were promoted back into the Football League 2 weekends ago. Brendan Williams reports.
The moment the party started, with Wrexham winning promotion back to the Football League. And that party is still in full swing. This was Torquay on Friday night as fans headed south for the final game of the season. And the Wrexham band behind this now famous song were there too.
How does it feel having your song blasted out in nightclubs in Torquay and even further afield?
Can't put it into words. Absolutely brilliant.
Amazing, really.
It was a great weekend.
The team's success and, of course, their famous owners, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, means the racecourse ground is now a tourist destination.
We got bullet.
These young players from the Rhondda were on their way home from a tournament in Rhyl this morning and took a detour to Wrexham.
Obviously, with the boys watching the
the Netflix documentary in there, and they're loving Wrexham at the moment, so we couldn't come past, we couldn't be all the way up here and not let them see the stadium.
More than 10,000 people packed this stadium when Wrexham finally sealed promotion, and if the predictions are right, there could be even more on the city's streets for tomorrow night's victory parade. Brendan Williams, BBC Wales Today, Party Town.
Rugby and centre Joe Hawkins has been left out of Wales's World Cup training squad following his move to Exeter from Ospreys. There are 10 uncapped Wales players in the 54-man squad, which includes former England prop Henry Thomas. Lock Corey Hill also receives a recall. The official World Cup squad heading to France will be announced after the summer.
We said we thought that he was a big part of our future in terms of definitely being part of 23s going forward, whether it was in the midfield or potentially at 10. We are disappointed that he's made that decision.
Former Tour de France winner Geraint Thomas says he's super excited to be confirmed in the Ineos Grenadiers team for the Giro d'Italia. The race starts on Saturday. Time for the weather now. Here's Derek.
Hello, Shemai. Today was the warmest day of the year so far in Wales, with 19.4 Celsius at Cardiff Butte Park. Staying dry tonight, some clear spells, also some cloud and 1 or 2 mist and fog patches forming, with the lowest temperature in Brecon around 4 or 5 Celsius. Tomorrow then, another dry day for many of us. Some sunshine, but areas of cloud as well. Maybe 1 or 2 showers in Gwynedd and in Conwy. The top temperature around 17 or 18 Celsius with high levels of tree pollen. There's more fine weather to come tomorrow evening in Wrexham for the victory parade. The temperature around 15 Celsius with a light breeze. Looking ahead, fine on Wednesday, more sunshine and patchy cloud. Breezy on Thursday with some rain and showers. Good night.
That's Wales Today. We'll be back in the morning. Good night. Nos da.